Fuck.
What's good? What's good? Let's get to it. Back at it. Another episode. BC Fantasy League. Getting straight to it. It's your boy Chris Bolton, joined by the co-host, the man who put all this together, doing all the dirty work behind the scenes, getting everything edited and cut up for you to enjoy for your viewing pleasure. My boy Cut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Oh, sorry about
what's
that.
good? What's good, bro? We getting into it. It's championship week.
Yes, sir, man. We here, baby.
Got got,
We
got
motherfucking
that Gotti pack on standby, don't
oh man. Fuck Ravens. Fuck, man. Shout out to my boy Martin, man. Them boys stepped on them boys, man.
Oh man, hey, that's looking cut. Make it to the championship with the big dub. Squeezed one out, close one. It's never easy beating the reigning champ.
Nigga. Shout out to Gotti, bro. That probably was the
Shout out to
hardest
God.
game of my fantasy career. That
Shout
man
out to
had me sweating, bro. Whole
man.
time. Because Christian McCaffrey almost beat me by himself. He
Hey,
did
you knew it was gonna be sweaty trying to
on
get this win with McCaffrey in the night game to close out the day. Like you knew it was gonna be tough. And I know it had you on edge.
this what you got. This you right here, boy. I had to roll your fat ass blunt up for you. Can't even show you nigga, the damn Mazoom shit fucking up, but good for you. Shit.
Big win for Cut. Semifinals getting the victory. We're gonna recap that matchup. We're gonna talk about the other semifinal game and some of the other matchups in the league as we get ready to for championship week. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. We'll go ahead and start off with the first semifinal matchup. Team Zooties taking on Alphabet Boys and Cut getting the victory by less than 2 points. 113.52 to
Yeah.
111.54. If McCaffrey gets another catch in about 10 yards, we're having a different conversation right now.
Nigga, I was up two with like 4 minutes left. Nah, 6 minutes left in the game. And they had the ball. They stopped them. Baltimore had the ball for damn 1 minute. They got the ball again. I said, oh my gosh.
Man,
No
I
cap.
was I was I was sweating for you because at that point, Sam Darnold was in the game. And I
Insane,
was like,
bro.
you just knew the backup was going to check it down to McCaffrey at some point.
He had McCaffrey open a couple times, but he kept throwing the whole Ayuk. He kept
He
throwing
get
Ayuk.
giving me points for no reason, but I knew you took it though.
Ayuk was eating. One play, y'all had ran a screenplay. It was designed for McCaffrey. He threw the whole Ayuk. I said, oh, God is good. He must got McCaffrey. He must be playing against McCaffrey. Sam said,
Oh
you got
man,
me in the game. You ain't winning. Give me McCaffrey.
man, what a matchup though.
Got
Hurts
it.
came through 23, McCaffrey 22. Roshan stepped up for Gotti. You know he had to figure something out. Damian Pierce hasn't done anything for him all season. And so Roshan stepped up and gave a solid 6.8.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis. This was a Gabe Davis week. Sometimes he gives you 0, sometimes he gives you 20. He gave Gotti 21. Olave did his thing, 18.8.
Hey, I just
Ferguson,
want to
solid work at tight end.
shout out to
Mm-hmm.
old fucking Dale. Because you ain't do shit.
That's I'm about to say that's really what this matchup boiled down to was Odell had 2.3. George Pickens had 33 on the bench. Rashid Shaheed had 15.9 on the bench. So if
Damn.
Gotti starts one of them, this we having a different conversation right now, but that's fantasy for you.
James Cook let me down, man. Let me down big time. But I
Cook did let you down, but Baker stepped up for you.
guess he did.
He really matched Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I knew Cook was gonna let me down. It was too much hype on him. Everybody was talking about it. The analysts, everybody. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah. But Gibbs returned his draft capital for you. Had 22 in this one.
got like 4 weeks in a row.
DJ Moore battling injuries throughout the game. He only had 3.3.
DJ Morphin hit that bench. So he playing on me.
Man, if you, I'm sure he probably would right now if you had Tank Dell.
Boy, I miss my dog. I miss my dog. Miss my dog. Jalen Waddle.
Oh,
You do this to Waddle.
I
He
was
gonna
say the week you put Waddle back in the lineup, he gets 5.7.
you do this to Waddle. He gonna get hurt. That motherfucker stay hurt. He out for the rest of the season now.
He made the eggshells, man.
God
Yeah,
damn.
he worse than Humpty Dumpty. Justin Jefferson did his thing for you though. 23. Kyle Pitts. Mac been
Boy.
talking about Kyle Pitts all season. Kyle Pitts 12.4.
Hey, that's our boy. Shout out to Mac. That's me and your boy, bang. We the only one.
So good. Definitely. Jordan Love, he had a solid game as well. 23.96 on the bench. So he gives you an option to start. Tyler Algier is giving you an option to possibly make his way in the lineup too.
Ain't he? Trying to sneak in there, ain't he?
Trying to sneak in the lineup. He's making the most of his carries and catches. He had 15.3.
I just can't trust the Falcons running back because they'll lie. They got fined for lying about Bijan.
Yeah, you playing Russian roulette when you start one of them, but it do seem like for some reason Arthur Smith he rocking with Algier a good bit because he gives him a lot of work. So that's something for you to consider going into this weekend for the championship week. But overall, good matchup between y'all two, and Alphabet Boys get the dub, move on to the championship to take on the winner between Dart and Mac. Dart team, his team gets the win 106.08 to 102.62 in a huge upset.
Upset of the week.
Mac has been putting up most points all season in the league and had a solid, okay week, but not up to the usual standard. And he left some money on the table. He had Breece Hall on the bench and he had 37.
Looking back at it though, let's be real. I wouldn't have started Breece Hall.
I don't know.
Over who?
Maybe over Laporta, just because look, they was playing in Washington, man.
They were.
You know what I'm saying? They playing the Commanders. So and they some stank. Washington sucks.
Laporta has shown consistency. This is a bad game.
He has.
This is a rare game for Laporta to have 3. Rare.
It is. So it's a tough one. Hawkinson got injured. Rashee Rice had an okay game, but you kind of wanted you expected a little more, especially with how he's been trending.
Remember what I said? If he don't score a touchdown, he might not do nothing. And he didn't score.
He had 8.7. Mara was the real letdown.
Yeah.
For Mac.
Started off third.
He had only 6 points. You know it's tough when Austin Eckler outscores you. Eckler had more than Kamara. Eckler had 10, so he was very solid this week. Rachaad White did his thing as well for Dart. You know, that was a great trade for Dart. Rachaad White has showed out this season. He's been a top 5 fantasy back at 16.
Yeah.
And Dart still got the win despite Deontay only having 2.5 points.
Yeah. And like Garrett Wilson came through from big with 11.3.
Even bigger was the start of the season. Darius Slayton.
War Eagle?
Dart pulled a rabbit out of his hat with Darius Slayton.
Told y'all niggas by Slayton. War Eagle. Don't sleep on
He only had he's only done this a couple times this season. His fantasy rank is 54 out of wide receivers. This was his second game this season cut with double-digit points.
But Philly is the 32nd ranked pass defense, bro. If anybody gonna do it against, he's gonna do it against them.
Hey, and Slayton did it. And that was a huge start by Dart, and that got him the victory.
Won the game.
It won him the game. Godwin did solid, had 10.9. Like all his players were solid and left him an opportunity to possibly win. And Darius Slayton got that big play touchdown, and the rest is history.
Big play.
David beats Goliath. David beats Goliath, and Dart is in the chip.
It's 2 years in a row for Dart.
2 years in a row, looking to avenge his loss last year.
It'll be 2 years in a row.
Well, his loss in quotations. I mean, it's a little bit of a controversial, ending with how with what happened with the Bills and Bengals and everything with that game and how that affected championships. But
Dart finna
so
be
we'll see.
Dart finna be Pete Maravich. What's the nigga name? I played for the Lakers all the
Jerry West.
Kept getting to the championship.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, that, which one is that? I forgot his name. It's either Pete Maravich or James West. It's one of their names.
Oh no, it was Jerry West. It's the logo.
Jerry West. Yep.
Jerry West. He got like 7 or 8 NBA Finals appearances, but like only one chip.
And that was the last one, I think.
Man, that man kept going up against some damn Celtics with Bill Russell and all them dudes.
Mm-hmm. Move on to consolation rounds.
Yeah, consolation. Hill got the dub over Thailand. Hill put the stomp down on Thailand. Big week for Hill squad, 106-64. Then Kobe slimed out Mod, slime him out. Got the win, 106-99 over Get Back Gang.
He did.
So then that leads us to this week. We got the toilet bowl, the game that decides if you got to go to the grocery store with a T-shirt saying you finished in last place in fantasy. My squad take it on Marlon.
Let's go. Let me interview you.
Hey, it's barbecue or mildew. I hope it's a good week. My team, we just ain't been consistent.
Let me interview you.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got for me?
Hey, coach. So, what you got for this week, man? 12 plays game. I'm looking at your. Wait, my bad. Let me go look at your roster here before I ask you this question. 12 plays game. Above the Law and Bishop Sycamore. Okay. So, coach, you starting T-Law? You gonna stay with him? Or you going with your
T-Law's taking on Carolina, and I just don't trust. I don't know if I want to put Jake Browning out there against the Chiefs. Aiden O'Connell he didn't even throw for like 100 yards his last game.
Incomplete pass
for the Raiders.
Second quarter.
So we're gonna see if T-Law can play, then I'm gonna start him. So if he isn't, I think I got a good chance. It just depends on which team shows up for me. Okay. 1 week we put up 80 points. Another week we put up like 115. So I'm hoping it's the team that puts up 115 that shows up. So we'll see. Calvin really did his thing last week. If Calvin really does his thing, then my team is in solid shape. So
one question I need to ask you: how do you feel about your draft of Calvin Ridley? You drafted him in a high position, man, and
I did. Yeah, it definitely was higher than what he didn't live up to what I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, he ain't showed receiver one.
He ain't live up to what I thought it was going to be. Some of it's his fault. Some of it's the situation too. Because it seemed like whenever Zay Jones was out the lineup, they just had him as a field stretcher, and it would be Christian Kirk or Evan Ingram eating. He was, but when Zay Jones was in the lineup, then Calvin really got it freed up, and he would have some good games. So
that's crazy, and to think about that too, because with the extra receiver in the lineup that you throw to, I ball, but without him, when you need me more, I don't ball.
Right, like they didn't use him as if they needed him, or they used him to really just do 9 routes, just doing streaks, like what I'm saying, just stretching the field, being a vertical threat. So that's fantasy for you. You know what I'm saying? It was the pick looks good when you make it, but until you get out there on the field and you see how everybody roll is, that's when you really see what's really going on. So
yeah.
We had that and just battling injuries, but that's fantasy for you. So hopefully we got a lot of players healthy this week. Pacheco is back. Mont's back. Granted, Mont is a little touchdown dependent, I feel like at this point in the season. But I think he can get that touchdown against the Cowboys because that is like the weakness of their defense.
They gonna
So
run that
hopefully he
goddamn
gets him a
ball.
TD.
They gonna run
I
that.
think the Lions they're gonna run the ball a lot. I see him and Gibbs getting a lot of work.
Honestly, I see Munt probably getting a little more work than Gibbs this game because of the power run they want to establish.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I can
Gibbs
see that.
still, but I got you
Yeah, and then
to win this
I
game.
think I should win. I think Singletary can be my X factor. He done took over. You know what I'm saying? Like just getting.
Yeah.
They pass him the ball. They run the ball with him. Like right now with Damian Pierce not doing anything and how they offense is kind of trending, I think Singletary, he could have a big game.
And the loser, let the fans know the loser of this crowd, I mean of this game, gets what again? What they gotta do?
Man, you gotta get you a T-shirt made saying you finished in last place in the fantasy football league, and you gotta go to the store. You gotta go in Kroger,
Yeah.
whatever your store of choice is, Kroger, Publix, Whole Foods, Walmart, wherever you do your shopping, and you gotta be out there and let the people see that you finished in last place, and then you gotta show proof that you did it. Whether you want
Okay.
to get on IG Live or you want to, you know what I'm saying, you post something on your story, take some pictures, have somebody get some video of you. People got to see.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I hear that right. Between
So,
Marlon and
so
Bang.
get ready, Marlon.
Let's move on to the seventh place game here. This game is purely for draft position.
Let's see. Yeah, seventh place game, Hill against Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Should be. It's gonna be tough because Kyron Williams might put up 30 this week.
Phantom Giants, yeah.
You playing the Giants? It could get ugly. He's been crazy. T. Higgins probably will have another good week too. No Jamar Chase.
On paper,
Mitty going up against Arizona.
on
Kittle
paper,
against Washington.
yeah,
This is a tough. This is Kobe matchups looking good.
yeah. On paper, his team look good, but you never
He
know.
might need to. We need to see. I wonder what Mahomes gonna show up. Mahomes been tripping.
They lost your boy EB, and they lost, some players. Man, he frustrated at this
Yeah.
point. He not used to this.
So yeah, he's playing. Mahomes really got to get it out the mud, but it could benefit him fantasy wise a little. He would have had a solid game if he didn't have those turnovers because of all the running he was doing against the Raiders. I don't know if you watched it.
But the Raiders
Yeah,
they always play Mahomes hard.
they
Always.
play him hard.
And
Mahomes is getting a lot of rushing yards though. Like I think he's realized like if Rasheed ain't open, if Rice ain't open or Kelsey ain't open, I got to take off.
he did that towards the end of last year too. He ran a lot. Right. Ran a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
So that could sneakily get Kobe some more points with Mahomes if he gets like 30, 40 rush yards in this game.
This gonna be an X factor here, depending on if Stevenson plays or not, or if he do play, how they use him coming back with Zeke. That's gonna be a huge
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right there. So
Zeke has been key. He's been big for Hill to close the season. He's definitely been doing his thing. He's been playing like old Zeke in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Catching passes, getting goal line TDs. Like Zeke's been looking solid. Um, Gus Edwards is an X factor too because he might get some. He might get a goal line TD or two.
that's all you need. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields versus ATL defense is gonna be tough.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Fields do a lot of running in this game, more running than passing.
Cole commitment out hurt him.
Facts. DJ Moore, he's battling his injuries too, so it could work out for Hill. Fields might mess around, have him one of those rushing games that we thought we were going to see to start the season, where he might mess around and pop off for like 100 rushing yards and get him a TD, and you in good shape.
Yep. Let's go to the fifth place.
So, fifth place. Let's see, Tua Infinity and Bajan. So we got Santonio against I Love the Game, Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Solid matchup for sure. Stafford's been cooking. He's been doing this thing at QB. It'll be interesting to see who wins between Stafford and Dak in that matchup.
Antonio winning.
Yeah, I think Antonio should win too. And Njoku is somebody to watch as well. He's been going crazy.
He know Flacco.
So he's been turning up for sure. So he's someone to keep an eye on.
Flacco for MIP.
Mostert, someone to keep an eye on too.
Yeah,
he's been the touchdown king. He's going against the Ravens. We'll see if he gets his normal production or not.
Yeah, Mostert is a beast, man. He a beast. He almost beat me first round by himself. Shit.
Man, can't hate on Mostert. Like he's having a career year at this old age. You know what I'm saying? This is a little late in his career, but you know, he's been doing this thing.
Carolina.
Yeah. And then we got the third place game.
Yeah, third and fourth game, but that's gonna be between
Gotti and Mac.
Yeah, it's a good matchup, man. Good matchup.
For sure, a good matchup. What some people anticipated would be our title game. If you look at the standings going into the playoffs, it's a third place game. I think it's going to be high scoring. I expect both teams watch them like have a week where they just go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this gonna be a good game, man. You know, this was the anticipated title game. You know, everybody thought that these two guys were going to be in the title because look at their record. Mm-hmm. Both of them, 10-4, mm-hmm. They had the best seasons.
Had the best seasons. Mac put up the most points all year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a redemption game for Mac. We'll see. He needs C.J. Stroud to clear protocol.
I think C.J. Stroud.
Because Russell Wilson is benched now.
I think Stroud may be done for the rest of the season, low key. But they may let him play like 1 or 2 more games, though, if that.
If he's done, it'll be interesting to see who Mac pivots to as his QB if he gets Stidham instead of playing Wilson. Because Wilson's been solid, and he's got a bench. He's been really good for fantasy. Been getting like 20 points. So
the man had 3 points first half, but finished like 24, I think.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Watch the Porter go crazy, this man.
Yeah, right. This will be the game. He probably gets like 15 points.
Yeah.
Going up against Dallas defense, a lot of attention is going to be on Amon-Ra.
Mm-hmm. I see
but he's still going to eat.
Gabe Davis coming back to the earth this game. Yes, New England.
I think so too, especially playing New England. I'd be curious to see if Gotti even starts him. I wonder if he maybe slides Shaheed in the lineup. Tampa Bay has been kind of a pass funnel defense. Like you can't run the football on Tampa. So Shaheed wouldn't be a bad pivot either if he wants to get him in the lineup instead of Gabe Davis. But
it's tough starting.
It's hard to bench somebody like Gabe Davis too.
Yeah, it's just tough starting 2 receivers on the same team.
For sure. But the game script might work out for it. Tampa's been playing well. It could be a world where the Saints got to come back. So it could work out.
Yeah.
Then we got the head honcho game.
Mm-hmm.
BC's favorite rivalry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alphabet Boys against Teammate Dark Change the Locks. If you can't tell by the name, Cut already got the nod the first time they played this season against each other.
I think I beat that nigga twice.
Ooh, you beat him twice this year?
I think so. I'm finna beat that nigga.
You might have. Yeah, I know you beat him at least once, but you might have. But you know what they say, it's hard to beat the same team 3 times.
Hey, I'm gonna show him how to do it. Hey, Darth, it's gonna be you next week, brother.
It's a good matchup for sure, of course. Championship game. I think it's going to be interesting, though. I think Dart needs his horses to have huge games to keep up with what I think your team will should produce points wise as a whole. I think he's going to need his stars to be stars. You know what I'm saying?
I got a tough decision to make though.
You do. Looking at your team, cut. Let me interview you. Quarterback wise, Baker Mayfield has been playing very well over the last few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you bench him against the Saints for Jordan Love against the Vikings, who the Vikings have had a very solid defense lately? That's really been keeping them in games. So what's your thought process with that move?
Man, my thought process is I feel like New Orleans got a little better defense than Minnesota. Minnesota got better defense than them, but I feel like New Orleans got better corners. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a little, and then it's New Orleans and Tampa always play each other hard. It'd be like fluke ass shit going on in them type games. I know Green Bay and Minnesota rivalry too, but I just
And it's a Sunday night game.
Yeah. I might end up changing my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing research. Right now I'm going with my boy Love because like
But
Love
there still is the opportunity for Baker to possibly,
for sure.
be starting.
For sure.
Does the fact that Dart starts Rachaad White play into it where you possibly have the factor of White getting receiving work and putting up good yards, and the fact that if you don't start Baker, it could be White cooking, but not Mayfield producing any points for you because he does like to dump it down to him some too.
Yeah. White gonna ball. I already know. I'm just hoping he don't Super Bowl. Just keep that limit.
Right.
To get 11, 13, don't give me 23 now. Don't do me like that.
We gonna see. It's tough because the Saints got Derek Carr and Carr been stinking it up.
He meant to dump it down himself too. So hey.
Yeah, you need the Saints to have a good game for sure and keep this competitive, and it don't be like last week how the Bucks dominated the Jaguars in that game.
I might get Gainwell in there somewhere, man.
That's true. Gainwell has been playing well, and he's been taking a lot of Swift's work, it seems like. So there's potential for Gainwell to take Waddle's spot?
Yeah, because Waddle out. Waddle out. And
you got some decisions on your hands. With Waddle, you also got.
You see who I picked the boy?
I do.
Such a boy, Mike. Hey,
I see you picked up Watson. He ain't practiced today though, so we still TBD. But you might as well pick him up and just see what happens throughout the rest of the week. If he does play.
When that stack did work, it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Are you confident enough to insert him in the lineup if he is cleared to play for the championship?
If Sudden not, yeah.
Okay.
Sudden going through concussion protocol. So he's like, I'd rather put Christian Watson in, honestly, before I put Algier in. And I'm still kind of iffy about Gainwell because, man, it's like the Eagles, you never know. They 50-50 with that shit.
You don't know. And it could be Jalen Hurts being the running back for all you know.
Man. And James Cook, I need a bounce back game, but it's versus New England. So we're going to see, how he is.
Yeah. Dart got some decisions on his hands right now. He has KJ Osborne in the lineup instead of JSN, questionable Garrett Wilson, who plays tomorrow. So we need to see. We'll find out about Dart's lineup tomorrow on whether he feels confident enough to start Garrett Wilson or not.
I see he put Garrett Wilson on the bench against Cleveland. I was wondering if he was going to start him, but that's a good move by Dart. But
we're going to see.
I don't. This Osborne tactic is a shot in the wind. I feel like because it's like I feel like this on some Gabe Davis shit, but way less.
It's way riskier. You know it. You had Osborne early in the season.
Yes, I did. I had him without
You
Jalen. He still wouldn't.
you know the Osborne experience. It ain't nothing fun. It's gonna be sweaty.
A good matchup for Dart is the Schultz, though. Schultz versus Tennessee. That's a good matchup for him.
And Pittman against the Raiders. You know, Pittman has had this has been his career year. We wondered if he could be. I know you had questions going into the season if he could be
Yeah,
the number one,
yeah.
and he's been showing that he can.
He showed me. I'm sure the Deontay was gonna want to bounce back this week. You know.
Yeah, they need him to. Well, Dart definitely needs him to. And then he also Dart got to think about if he wants to ride the hot hand. If he thinks Slayton can cook again, you know, it's hard to bench somebody after they put up 18 points.
Yeah. I still feel like my players got the upper hand, man. I still feel like as long as my athletes go out and do what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
But I agree. I think your team is the more well-rounded team with like less questions surrounding it. Not to say Dart couldn't win,
Yeah.
but if you just playing the odds, I feel like your team has a better chance of
For
winning.
sure. For sure.
So we'll see, man. Josh Allen, I think Dart if Dart's gonna need one of them 30, 35 pieces from Allen,
Ain't
you
going.
know. That's the interesting matchup to look at too. Is it
Hey,
Josh Allen that gets the rushing touchdowns, or is it James Cook that gets the rushing TDs this week?
hey, you know what? That's interesting. Think about this.
What's that?
Art hate on JJ. He said JJ the reason he lost the championship game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? JJ,
Oh, if JJ go off for you against him,
JJ gonna show his ass. You know, JJ still trying to get 1,000, and you
and
know,
he skipped over JJ in the draft.
yes, he did. And you know what you call it?
He held a vendetta against JJ in the draft.
Yep.
So
He gonna show
that
you.
is interesting. That's another nice dynamic to add to this matchup. So we're gonna see. I'll say right now that I think you should win. I wouldn't be surprised either way if whoever wins, but you know, I think it's gonna be a fun championship game, and we're gonna see if you can go ahead and get your first BC championship ring.
You know what I'm saying? For all them hating ass niggas in BC named Mac. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it.
Oh man. Anything else you want to add to it, Cut? This it's been a fun season, man. I'm glad everything is played out real nice. I wish my team could have been better, but it's definitely been fun just seeing how everything played out this year. It's been crazy.
Man, oh man, it's been a good ass season. It's been ups and downs, man. I feel like it's been very competitive, man. From Kobe being last all season, you know, so even his games was tough, man. It's been a good ass season, man. So
Definitely, everybody brought. I feel like everybody, you know, stayed current for the most part, and you know, did their best to make it where you know it's a competitive league. So
yeah,
another good year in the books. Like I said, we're gonna keep the episodes coming. I feel like during the off season, it won't be
that's consistent, but
probably as regular, but we gonna stay up to date on stuff and just you know give thoughts and updates on some players, some news, maybe a little NFL draft previews. We ain't gonna give y'all too much sauce on the rookies. We try and keep that to ourselves, but we gonna keep the episodes coming though.
yeah. Hey man, good shit, man. Shout out to my co-host Bang, man. You feel me? You
I
hear?
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I'm glad you asked me to come on the show, man. We've been doing this, and it's been fun. But we're gonna turn things up next season for sure. Y'all be ready for that. We gonna take things to another level next season. We just getting started.
For sure. For sure.
All right. Well, to wrap things up, it's been your boy Bang. Cut in the cut. We out.
Yes, sir. You hear me?